dangerous is kratom and what is it? Comment your experience down below. So kratom is a leaf from South Indo-Asia, and with this leaf, it's from a certain tree that is grounded up into a powder form, and it's put in either capsules. You can buy it in a powder itself, and you can mix it into water or mix it into whatever you want. And now what kratom does is it has at a low dose a sedative side to it, so it can actually help calm you down, relax you, put you to sleep in a sense. At high doses, it does have a pain-killing properties, and it is something for some people that's used as pain management. Now, things that people don't realize that kratom actually does, your brain has three big opioid receptors. These opioid receptors bond to opiates, and opiates are heroin, fentanyl, oxycodone, codeine, all of this stuff is opiates. Now, kratom is not an opiate, but it is something that will bond to these opioid receptors. So at a massive dose, it does give you pain management, it does give you a high. Now, it does also now bond to these opioid receptors, and that's what makes it actually pretty addictive, because what happens now is at a certain point, you can get hooked onto kratom like you do when it comes to heroin, when it comes to a lot of these, because that bond on your brain. Now, the problem with that bond is when you stop, you go into kicks. If you don't know what kicks are when you have that urge and craving all of a sudden for popping more blues, popping more M30s, because you have a feeling of vomiting, nausea, you're dizzy, you have body aches and pain, you have chills, you have all these withdrawal signs. It's like the flu times 1,000 when it comes to like heroin. But when it comes to kratom, you have these same withdrawals, maybe not to that most powerful extent, but you have them there. The only way to get rid of these essentially is to get that bond broken or back together when it comes to these receptors. And that's what really hooks people onto the substance. I've used kratom before, and I will say there's red, white, and green kratom. Some people swear by this stuff. For pain management, yes, it can be amazing, but I will say this. To me, it was the devil, because it was something that was supposed to be healthy. It did make me happy. It helped better than what SSRI's eyes did when it came to depression. It came to a lot of struggles I had. But the problem was I went through withdrawals on a very low dose. So on a high dose, actually using it to get high, or if you enjoy that feeling it gives you, you're going to be heavily addicted to it, and the withdrawals are going to be even worse than what I experienced. And that's why I share for educational purposes only. I'm a recovering cocaine alcoholic addict, and the more that we can share our experiences, the more we can help people out there who are struggling. And I will say this, there is no right or wrong way of getting sober. Whether it's going to inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment, man, download Sunflower Sober. It's tagged down below. Link is in the bio. Start tracking your days of sobriety. Talk to Sam, the AI sponsor. You got 24-hour sponsor support. Start learning and understanding your urges and cravings and where this addiction really comes from. Who knows? Maybe you go to an AA meeting, go to an NA meeting, go to a different, support group meeting. Find a therapist, find a doctor, get on the right medication, but don't give up. Sometimes it's all that and then some. You got this one day at a time. For the one fighting for their life, I'm proud of you. It does get better.